Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be doing a DVD collection video, as you've seen in the title and the thumbnail. So I got asked to do it by someone on Instagram, like one of the younger people I have on Instagram. So let's just get straight up into it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my kids. Well, I wouldn't say my kids' movies because I watch kids' movies as well, but with the kid-appropriate movies, I would say. Disclaimer: some of my movies don't have the paper on the front. My kids get into the movies and they like to destroy the covers. And like one of the movies don't have a case. I don't know where the case is. I don't know what happened to the case. I don't know when it got disappeared. So yeah. And that is the first movie. So my kids, they got Bubble Guppies. They love Bubble Guppies. Love it. Especially my daughter liked them more than my son. Yeah. So one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite movies growing up, Finding Nemo. If you are in like my age bracket, you know Finding Nemo was one of like one of the best movies that had came out. Well, not one of the best, but a really good movie that Disney had put out in the early 2000s. Next, I have B Movie. This is me and one of my siblings. This is like one of our favorite movies to watch together, just because they have like some funny scenes in it, and it has Jerry Seinfeld in there. Seinfeld, however you say his last name. He's like does the voice of the main bee, and it's funny to me. I don't know. I have a kid side at heart, so it's hilarious to me. Next movie is Flintstones Stage Age Smackdown. I can't speak today. I actually only watched this movie once. I didn't really like it all that much. I couldn't really get into it, but my kids, they love it, so it works for me. Next, now, growing up, when SpongeBob came around, well, when I first got into SpongeBob, love them, and I still do. So I got this triple pack movie. It's 3 DVDs in one. They each have 10 episodes on each of them. SpongeBob. That's it's a great thing. Actually, my kids lost one of the DVDs in the pack, actually, which like kind of brought me to tears a little bit, because I was like, listen, that's my movie. Like, next, this doesn't have the little paper. My son took it out, but it is Boss Baby. That is my son's ultimate favorite movie, and now they have it on Netflix as a show, so he can sit and watch Boss Baby all day, repeatedly, the movie, then switch to the show, back to the movie, back to the show. He loves it, so he like it, I love it. Next is a throwback, Aristocats. If you don't know about this movie, you need to get into it, because this is a really good movie. It's like kind of like a kid love story almost. Like the two cats, they meet each other, fall in love, he helps them, blah blah blah. It's a great kids movie. My kids love it. Next, does not have a thing, but it is the Smurfs. Actually, I only watched half of this movie, and I didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't like it. I couldn't get into it. Next, also doesn't have, like, a couple of these movies on this side don't have papers. But it's Open Season. It's a great movie. It's pretty funny. After that, We have a Dr. Seuss movie, Horton Hears a Who. I love this movie. I don't know why I like it so much. I don't really find it funny, honestly, but I think it's a really good movie. Next, Cars. Classic, you know, to me. Because Tow Mater, that's the man. Another throwback, 101 Dalmatians. Kids, get into it. It's a great movie. It's a really great movie. It's actually not even open. Like, I just ordered it, like, probably like a couple weeks ago. I ordered it, and my kids haven't watched it yet, but I know once they do watch it, they're gonna love it, because they love animals in general. So I know they're gonna fall in love with that movie. Next, this is, like, for my age group, this used to be one of the best movies, like, to watch. Sister Act 2. The songs in here, it's like, you know, they sing a lot of, like, some gospel music or whatever, but it's a great movie. Has really good, like, good what is the word I'm thinking of? I drew a blank. I don't know. It's a good movie though. Next, another, that movie's not even open either. That's another movie I have ordered. Next, Hercules. If you don't know about it, get into it. Great movie. I grew up watching all these, like, honestly, mostly all these movies I grew up watching as a kid myself, because I'm a 90s baby. So a lot of these Disney movies I grew up watching myself, and then I got my kids into watching them because they're classics, you know. Not a lot of cartoons these days are, like, really meant for certain age groups once you really notice what's going on. Anyways, next, Jungle Book, the cartoon version. I actually have the cartoon version and I have the real version. Both, you know, both really good movies, honestly. I love this one because I love the songs. I love singing. Me and my kids be singing, you know, singing all the songs or whatever. So yeah, we love them. And this one, my son, like, I watched it. It has, like, good morals. That's the word I was looking for. It has good morals of the story or whatever. My son, he loves this movie. Next, now, if you are a 90s kid, or early 2000 kid, this is probably something that you're gonna gag for. Listen. Do you see what it says? 6 movie collections. And do you see who it has? SpongeBob movie, Rugrats movie, Hey Arnold movie, Back to the Barnyard, Jimmy Neutron, and Wild Thornberrys. First of all, Jimmy Neutron and Hey Arnold in one, man, listen, best of the best of the best. I actually have, I don't know where my movie is now that I'm thinking about it, but I have a Nickelodeon DVD, and it has Hey Arnold on it. It has, like, 10 movies of Hey Arnold. It has 10 shows of All Real Monsters. If you don't know about that, you need to find out. It has 10 episodes of who is it on there? Oh my god, the Beavers. I don't know. Angry Beavers, I think that's what it's called. And then 10 episodes of Rocko's Modern Life. Listen, the best. Next movie is Sing. I love this movie. I love to listen. If you can't figure it out by now, but I like to sing. And this movie is exactly what I like to do. I love singing. All the songs, me and my kids, we jam to every single song that's in the movie. We love that movie. Next is another classic, Dumbo. This is a great movie for kids. Like, I used to love this movie. Like, well, I still like this movie. My kids, they love this movie now. Like, my son, he always want to watch it, but I can't watch the same thing all the time. Next is another classic, Hocus Pocus. Listen, this movie is so funny. It is so, like, it's such a good movie. It's so funny. Well, to me, it's funny. I think a lot of things are funny, but that's a funny movie. And last for the kids movie, doesn't have a scream on it, but it's a Paw Patrol. It has I think like 20 episodes of Paw Patrol on here, and Paw Patrol is like one of my kids' favorites shows on like Nick Jr. and stuff like that. Okay, so that is it of the kid related type movies. Next, we're gonna get into the more teenage to adult movies per se, and this side is a lot, so I'm gonna have to just bring half of the stack side of me, keep half of the stack over here. Okay, now this was like most of these movies I actually bought at Walmart. Like when you go to Walmart, they have like a big tub of just movies and stuff out. Like I don't know if they do that at every Walmart, but I know in Massachusetts, they, like, all the Walmarts I've ever been to out here have those bins where it's just like a bunch of movies for like really discounted prices. So a handful of these movies I actually got from them buckets, and then, well, for the kids side actually in this one, and the rest of them I bought regular. But these are the two best dancing movies: Stomp the Yard and You Got Served. I legit can watch both of these non-stop. Like I said, I don't like watching certain things over, but because it has a lot of dancing in it, I love it. I can watch it numerous times in a day, back to back, back to back. You Got Served to Stomp the Yard, back to, keep going. And I don't get tired of it, honestly. Next is 4 film favorites of Nightmare on Elm Street 5 through 8. I actually have, let me see if I can find it right now. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here it goes. So, also, I have 1 through 4 and 5 through 8. All Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm a big fan of like horror movies. I watch, mostly that's all I really watch is horror movies, like on my own time. If I just randomly want to watch a movie, 9 times out of 10 I'll really gravitate more towards a horror movie opposed to anything else. That's just like, I grew up watching scary movies, so that's just me. But yeah, they got Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 4, and then 5 through 8. Obviously Freddy vs. Jason's gonna be in there because it has Freddy Krueger in it. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, next is Revenge of Robert. Honestly, I put this movie in one day and I fell asleep. I don't know about this movie. I just know he's a possessed doll. I got it because I was like, okay, if it's anything like Annabelle, then I'll probably like it. But I actually never watched the whole movie. I started the beginning and I fell asleep. I was tired. Anyways, next is The Strangers. This movie is good, and this movie is probably one of the only movies that honestly scare the hell out of me. Just because it's something that is more relatable in real life, like, people breaking into your house and stuff like that. That's something that really can happen, and it's scary. Like, when you have your own place and stuff, when you get older, it's like people are crazy enough to do that kind of thing. Some people really have that mindset to where torturing other people is something that they like to do. So yeah, that scares the hell out of me. But anyways, next is a 4-in-1 collection of terror. It has Hostel, it has Hollow Man, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and When a Stranger Calls. Now, me personally, I like all these movies, but my favorite is Hollow Man. I grew up watching that movie. I used to watch it all the time with my mom, and my siblings. You know, just it's a good movie. It has some funny parts, but it's supposed to be scary, like for someone that I don't find it scary. Like there are some parts that are creepy, but it's not scary to me. Next, like I was saying, Annabelle. This movie, it is kind of like, it's creepy. When you watch it at night, I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty creepy because it's just like, I never really like porcelain dolls and stuff like that because they just look scary. Like they like their eyes and stuff just looks kind of scary to me. So yeah, I'm just putting on like the scary movies per se. Next, I have Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2. Now, FYI, ultimate favorite movie. Nothing beats out Conjuring 2 for me. I don't care, not even You Got Served. That movie I can watch over and over, but this movie, legit, when it first came out, I watched it by myself. I was pregnant with my daughter. I watched it by myself. I was scared as hell, but you know what? I kept on watching it. And then in this one, it has like the special features, like the behind the scenes, because if you don't know, these are based on a true story. Like these actions that happen in both of these movies are real facts that happen. And in this one, it has the scenes where the girl who really experienced it, she's like going through it with the directors and with Lorraine Warren on it, and she's like talking about like how she remembers some of the acts that actually happened in her old house. So yes, this is my always go-to movies, both of them. They are scary to me. Like they do creep me out because when I watch them, it's like you have that thought in your head, like, okay, like looking around the house, like, hold on, like, did I just see something? So yeah, they do creep me out. Next, I have Insidious 1 through 3 and Insidious 4. Again, these are my other like favorite movies. Like I say a lot of these are my favorite. Y'all gonna hear me keep saying my favorite because they are. Like, I think out of all the Insidious, I would say let's see, which one do I think is my favorite of all time? I would say 3. Was it 3? Last Key was really good too. Don't get me wrong. The Last Key was really, really good. But Insidious Chapter 3, that movie is really good. It really is. Like, if you haven't seen it, I would, go to your local Walmart, try to find it. Yeah, it's really good movie. Next, Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Now, funny story. I used to honestly scare my youngest sister, telling her he was going to get her because she was so bad as a child. She was so bad. Like, she used to act up so much. So it was just like, he's the only thing that used to scare her. So I used to be like, you know what? If you don't cut it out, Jeepers Creepers is going to get you. Or whatever the case may be. So I'm sorry, I was reading something. What on earth? I'm sorry. Yeah, but honestly, Jeepers Creepers 1 scared the hell out of me growing up. It honestly scared the hell out of me, but it's a really good movie. Next movie I have is It. Now, I had It, the original It movie. Where'd it go? Only God knows. I don't know. This movie, is not scary. Kids that think that it's scary, if you're scared of clowns, I have the biggest, like, I will be 25, okay, this year, and if a clown comes next to me, I'm like, I'm crying. I'm going to cry. Like, I have the biggest fear of clowns possible. Like, I'm so terrified of clowns. In this movie, it didn't scare me. It did not. I honestly, in the beginning, it was sad, because the little boy, he passes, like, he get killed. Like, he's gone from his family and stuff. So, it's sad. Like, that's sad. Like, to have to go through a loss of somebody. But as they're, like, going through trying to figure out this scene and what happened, who did it, this, that, and the third, who's the person that plays the clown? Let me see. Does it tell you? It does not. I mean, it probably does. I just don't know what name it would be, because on the back it don't really. And there, of course, there's nothing on the inside either. Yeah, well, the person that plays it, I don't know if that's just his natural personality coming out of the character, but he, honestly, certain things just crack me up. Like, the way he was dancing and stuff like that. It's just like, you're a murderer. Like, that's not funny to be a murderer, but it's just like, you're like, he's kind of like making a mockery of what's going on. Like, and it's just like, dude, really? But anyway, oh, here it goes. I knew I had the original movie, but it's right here in this pack. 5 film collection, harrowing horror. Sorry, I have a tongue ring, so certain words, when I try to pronounce it, my tongue ring will bounce up and down, so it's hard to pronounce. This package has the original The Exorcist movie. It has Friday the 13th on it, the Jason movie, if you didn't know, the original It movie. I know I had it. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and a movie called Hidden. Now, I never watched the movie called Hidden, honestly. I'm probably gonna have to watch that one of these days, because I never watched it. I never even paid attention to it. The only reason I gravitated towards this was because it had It and it had Friday the 13th on it. Those two movies are, like, the It movie is extremely long, but it is a good movie. It's more scarier. Like, when I first watched that movie, I was scared out of my mind. Like, and that made it even more worse, because like I said, I am so scared of clowns. So to watch that movie, I was scared. Like, I was legit scared. But Friday the 13th, Jason is one of my favorite, I don't want to say favorite killers, but he is, out of, like, Freddy Krueger and Jason, Michael Myers, and them. I like Jason personally, which brings to the next movie. It's a two-part collection of Jason movies. It has Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, and Jason X. Jason X is my favorite Jason movie, just for the simple fact of, they're out of space and stuff like that. And hold on, guys. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. I forgot what I was saying, but okay, next set of movies. Okay, there's no more scary movies in this piles, but they're like between, funny and stuff like that, like comedy and stuff. I meant first is this. I had all Adam Sandler movies. That's one of my favorite actors. Adam Sandler is the funniest person ever. Yeah, it has 50 First Dates, Click, Big Daddy, and Dr. Deeds, Mr. Deeds. Click is one of my favorite movies, and Baby Daddy. Why do I keep saying Baby Daddy? Big Daddy. This movie is funny, but Big Daddy is, honestly, it's a little sad. When they get taken away from each other, I cry every single time. And I seen this movie first. When was it made? Oh, I don't say. Oh, 1999. That's how, like, when I very first seen this movie, like, I was crying. Still to this day, I cry every single time I watch it. Next, this is an adult movie. No kids under, I feel like, 18 should be watching these movies because they're inappropriate. Like, American Pie has American Pie 1 through 4. Well, I don't know if they're in, like, 1 through 4, but it's American Pie 1, American Pie 2, American Wedding, and American Reunion. I honestly watched these movies at a young age, and I really shouldn't have. Like, I didn't, you know, well, I knew better, like, you know, when the inappropriate scenes came on, like, I would watch, like, you know, turn my head and stuff, but these movies is so funny. Like, they're very inappropriate, but they're so hilarious. Next is Magic Mike XXL. This movie's not even open. I honestly, is this the one that I've seen? I never watched this one. I only seen the first one, the first Magic Mike. I never watched this one, and it's still in this packaging. Like, I have to watch it one day so I can see if I even like it. Next is a classic, and it has a burn on my thing, but it's Grease with John Travolta. I can't say that. I never could, but this is one of my favorite movies. I love every song in it. I know every single song in this movie. Love it. Next, I have a couple of Tyler Perry movies in here. Let's get into it. Okay, let me put all the Tyler Perry movies and put them all over here so I can do back-to-back Tyler Perry. Okay, Tyler Perry first. Okay, first Tyler Perry movie I had was a play. You see my kids, they don't respect me. They take all the things, but it's Madea Goes to Jail. Next, Why Did I Get Married To? And Why Did I Get Married to Play? Next is Madea Gets a Job. After that is it has like 4 movies on it of Tyler Perry. It's Madea's Family Reunion, Hell Has No Fury, Like a Woman Scorned, Aunt Bam's Place, and Madea's Big Happy Family. Next, Meet the Browns, I Can Do Bad All By Myself, and I had another one but I can't find it. Every single one of these Tyler Perry movies I watched. I think on this one, with 4 movies on it, I never watched Hell Has No Fury, Like a Woman Scorned. That's the only one I never watched before. But Family Reunion is the original OG movie. Madea Gets a Job is funny as heck. This movie is so funny. Like, legitimate, so funny. Same with Family Reunion's funny. Aunt Bam is so hilarious. Oh my god, so hilarious. Meet the Browns, favorite. I could do Bad by Myself. It's a good movie too, but yeah. I think out of all those, Meet the Browns, Madea Goes to Jail, and Why Did I Get Married to Play? All plays are my favorite. My kids' favorite too, honestly, which is so hilarious because they're babies. Like, next, this doesn't have a cover, but this is a 2-part movie. I should have, you know, had it with the Adam Sandler movies, but it's Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. Billy Madison, listen, if you don't know about Billy Madison, what are you doing with yourself? Seriously, that is like one of the funniest throwback movies ever. Next is another, this is the unrated one, so it's like has like a lot of inappropriate movie parts in it. Step Brothers. Man, when these two link, you know it's a party. Like, you know it's a party when them two link. Like, that movie is ridiculously funny. Ridiculously funny. Next, like I said earlier, I love dancing. Like, I think I said it in my Q&A, but I love to dance. I love to sing. So anything with singing, dancing, all that kind of ish, I love it. So I have the original Dirty Dancing, And Dirty Dancing Havana Night. Ooh. Listen. This movie, girl, let me tell you something. Me and my god sister as kids, this movie is so old, like 1987. Okay, I was born in 1993. Me and my god sister would stay up, you know, we had the VHS, like the VCR tape, and we would pop that sucker in, and we'd be up all night doing the dances and stuff, knowing we got school in the morning, and just still, we did not care. We would be watching this movie all effing night, legit. Patrick Swayze, that man, he used to know how to move, I'll tell you that. But Dirty Dancing Havana Night, I like it because it, you know, it's different. Like, it's completely different from this, but it still has the same, like, some of the characters in the second one. So it's like it still ties together, and it, you know, obviously it's still dancing. It's two people from the totally different sides of the world coming together and just, you know, have a beautiful collab of dance. Next movie. This was a bootleg. I don't even know where I got this from, but it's in the collection. It's Lovely Bones. This movie is so sad. It is so sad. Like, this movie, I legit like cry almost through the whole movie. Like, it is so sad. Like, any parent that has to go through what goes on in this movie, you know, I pray for you, because I don't think I would personally not be able to deal with it. It is so sad, like so sad. Next, of course, don't have a cover, but it is Norbit. Listen, if you've never seen an Eddie Murphy movie, I suggest you go look up Norbit, because that movie is hilarious. And then for the final three movies, we have The Maze Runner. This movie, I've seen this movie before, but it's not, like, I didn't open it. You know, the movie's not open. And you can hear it's, like, not even balanced on the thing. Like, aggravating. But this movie's good. It's a, you know, it's based on a best-selling novel. I never read the book, but I love the movie. Then we have Taken. I'm pretty sure a lot of you seen Taken 1, 2, and I think there's 3. This is not on the thing either. What the, like, but I don't know, I never opened it, just because I just never opened it. Like, there's no real reason, I just didn't open it. And last but not least is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Oh. This movie is so good. I love Planet of the Apes. I love, like, you know, anything that relates to that, like Jurassic Park and stuff, like all those type of movies. I love those kind of movies. I don't have many of them, but I do, you know, watch them, like if they ever be on Netflix, or if I go on like just the regular movie channels and stuff and watch them, I can sit and watch them for hours. But that about wraps up my DVD collection. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave a comment if you have a comment to say. Tell me what some of your favorite movies are in the comment section. You can leave a comment for what next video. I say a lot. Next videos you guys want me to post. Anything, honestly. Just leave constructive criticism if you have any. Don't forget to tell your friends to subscribe, because pretty soon I will be throwing a lot of great content out. I know right now, you know, I post ever so often because I don't have all my belongings right now. So as I get more of my stuff back, then I'll be throwing out some really good videos out for you guys. But until then, until the next video, I'll see you guys later.